I'm gonna bite his dick off.
Well, we're going to the zoo, so who knows? After I do this, because the kids have a day off today, just a random day off in the middle of the week, so the teachers all throughout the state can go to the state capitol and protest a bunch of stuff. So we don't need to get into that. But the side effect of that is we get to try to figure out what to do today. And I'm like, let's go to the zoo because they have some new gorilla exhibit. And I'm thinking, what would be a funny soundbite to go with that? Then I started thinking, what would be a terrible thing to happen? Because I talk about, like, what if an animal escaped the zoo? But I'm thinking, you know, you always in your mind, like, if you got attacked by a tiger, it's going to be like on your neck or something. What if you have just a dumbass tiger that attacks you, but instead of like biting your neck, it bites you right in the dick?
I'm gonna bite his dick off.
That's what's going through his head as he charges you? No, I don't think so. I don't want that to happen. That's the stuff we fear, but we refuse to admit in our own minds. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're gonna be looking at you're gonna go to the zoo one day, be like, please God, don't let it bite me in the dick. Please don't. Ladies, you're gonna be like, don't you dare bite me in the vagina. Don't you dare. Come on. My JJ's happy right now. I don't need no monkey coming after me and bite me on there. Anyway, again, hey, this is what you get. This is what you get with the show. You're welcome. I hope you guys are having a great day. Hopefully I don't get bit in the junk by any sort of animals when I'm at the zoo, but it should be fun. Listen, when the kids have a random day off, I have to put this together, do the show, go entertain them to get them out of the house, because otherwise they'll just want to sit in front of a TV all day, which is annoying. And our neighborhood doesn't have that many kids anymore, which kind of blows. So I'm like, let's go do something. We have a zoo membership, but they got kind of burnt out on it. And if we leave, they just want to go to the library, which seems good at first until you realize they can just sit in front of a computer there instead of reading. So I'm like, let's go to the zoo. Oh, I don't want to go to the zoo. I was like, there's a new primate thing. Don't care, Dad. What if I buy you ice cream? I'm listening. There we go. That's how I got them to go to the zoo. Bribery. I'm teaching them young. If you don't get your way in life, sweeten the deal. Okay? Right? That's what we're about. This is real life, people. This is real life. People don't do what you want. You're like, what if I throw in an ice cream cone? Ooh. All right. So that's going to happen later today. That should be fun. Make sure you hit that subscribe button wherever you're listening. Also, click on the like button as well. And remember, today's show, it's presented to you by Roof Goat USA. You got a roof issue, you got a fence issue. Oh my God. It's been terrible here in the Denver metro area as of late with the wind. That's knocking over fences, ripping up shingles on your roof. Have them come out, take a look at it. Maybe you need some repairs. Maybe it's a full repair. They'll work with you on the insurance stuff. We'll get into that a little bit later. I could just go into it because Roof Goat USA is so good. Also presented to you by Bet Online. Bet Online is the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for all the madness. The madness starts today. Ooh, productivity in the pooper. Whether you're a seasoned fan or a first-time bettor, Bet Online is your ultimate game day companion. They got the largest selection of odds on everything from college basketball to a $200,000 bracket contest. Bet Online continues to be your number one sports betting source. From every Cinderella story to every hat trick, Bet Online has you covered with odds, stats, and more for every game, every play, every win. It's Bet Online. The game starts here. Speaking of starting, it's funny because like sometimes when I ate some trail mix before the show started. Bad idea because now my mouth's watering as I'm doing the read right there. I'm like, my mouth is just filling up with spit. Listen, you might have a a really physical, tough job. Maybe you're one of the peeps from Roof Goat, and you're out there, Roof Goat USA, slinging the hammers, chucking some shingles, all that stuff. You're sweating. Yeah, you're grinded. But do you have a mouthful of extra spit? Oh, I don't think so. The hell I have to deal with, guys. Look at me. Oh. It's like when I have a buddy, his job is he owns a tortilla route and he gets hardly any sleep. I can't complain about lack of sleep around him because he's getting like 3 hours of sleep ish a day. And I like there's days I go hang out with him and I'm like, God, I'm so tired. And then I look at him and I'm like, yeah, never mind. Never mind. You're worse than me. It's like me with my mouth spit. That's not that big of a deal. Oh, you've been working in like 100-degree heat all day on top of a roof? Yeah, that's worse than the shit I got to deal with. So good for you. You know what? Let's do it. Let's jump into some headlines.
Let's go! Let's go!
And now, here are the headlines.
Just to kind of put a cap on that whole NASA astronaut thing, they had Barry Wilmore and Sunita Williams. They returned to Earth. Congratulations to them. They were up there a lot longer than they were supposed to be. They were up in space 278 days longer than originally expected. That's a significant amount of time, okay? But the reason I bring this up is it's something I guess I didn't really think of. But then when I started to think of it, I'm like, well, that's kind of must be something hidden in the fine print because I would expect them to get overtime. Well, they're not getting any sort of overtime for this. So they won't receive any overtime pay for the extra time they spent in the International Space Station. The standard procedure is that astronauts receive regular 40-hour work week salaries when they're aboard the ISS. This does not include any overtime or holiday pay. Astronauts do receive incidental pay of $5 for each day they spend in space. Since they were up there 286 total days in space, this amounts to $1,430 in incidental pay. So, I guess in a weird way, it kind of makes sense. They put in a 40-hour work week. I'm sure they're probably working more than that. But they're not getting any extra. Since they were there extra, they're not getting anything beyond. They're not getting a bonus, essentially, for being up there. In a weird way, I get it from a company's perspective, but then it's like if I'm stuck at a job, I'm supposed to leave 2 days ago, but you're making me stay. I'm gonna be like, well, listen, I got shit to do. I need to go wash my car. I know I'm stuck at the ISS, but come on, you guys gotta, give me something extra here. Okay. I have a ham that needs to be cooked up that's in the fridge. Okay, that's gonna go bad. Come on, guys. It's kind of jacked up. Like if I heard that they got overtime for that, I wouldn't be upset. It kind of rubs me the wrong way a little bit that they're not, but I don't know. By the way, while in space, NASA astronauts are on official travel orders as federal employees, so their transportation, lodging, and meals are provided. They also are a long-term temporary duty on a long-term temporary duty and receive the incidentals amount for each day they're in space. So incidental expenses is that $5 per day thing that we're talking about. That's a classic company thing to do. Be like, oh, we're not going to pay you anything extra, but, I mean, come on. You get lodging for free, transportation. Do you think you're just going to walk up to the space station? No, we'll take you up there. Okay. Meals, huh? That shitty dehydrated food that you're eating. You're welcome. That's part of your bonus program. That's a classic company thing to do. Whoa, 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 whoa. We paid for your flight. Come on. Right? I've had that happen before. They're like, come on, man. We're going to pay for this, this, and this. And I'm like, yeah, but you're not. But I know I'm going to go beyond the 40 hours. Well, we can't pay you beyond the 40 hours. Then I don't want to go. And I don't want to. You're ripping me off. It's the experience, guys. The experience. Which I get too, though. I mean, come on. I don't know. I guess I can't be too upset at NASA for this. I mean, if I had a, an ounce of necessity for me to go up to the ISS, and they're like, Scott, we're going to pay you basically nothing to go up there, but you get free meals, lodging, and transportation. I'll be like, yeah, well, you had me at a trip to ISS. So, but that's me as somebody that's never been up there. So I don't know. I don't think it's the end of the world, but it is kind of interesting. This popped up on my timeline. Best in world humanoid robot to launch in Europe this June. They're saying that this is the best of the best. They call it 4NE-1. 4NE1, get it? It's just under 6 feet tall, weighs right around 176 pounds. The current model can carry 35 pounds and moves at just under 2 miles per hour, though both are likely to improve in the third generation. 4NE1 has 3D vision to sense its environmental spaces, special sensors to detect humans so it can kill them, avoid collisions, and force torque sensors. So when they're squeezing the life out of you, they know to keep going. They know to keep going. But it will give them a sense of touch. It runs autonomously and has exchangeable forearms so it can be customized to specific jobs and purposes like a jack-off arm. I may have added it in a few things there. I do like that it has exchangeable forearms because it goes back to like a month ago when I was talking about these robots. I was like, but can you fuck it? Huh? That's all I'm saying. Huh? Can you replace the pelvis? I know that's so immature. That's so inappropriate. But you know what? You know what? If you want this robot, this humanoid robot to clear the shelves, just saying, you got to have a portable pussy. That's what I'm saying, right? Be like, oh, going on vacay, taking my humanoid robot. Don't forget your pocket pussy. Oh, thanks, Todd. Good job. Or, the giant dong that comes with it, whatever floats your boat. Okay. Let's see. Do I want European or do I want guy down the street that is holding that has a baby arm coming out between his legs holding an apple? Which one do I want for vacation? Baby arm. Right? That's so gross. Oh, that's a gross image. So it's fascinating when you look at this, and they're talking about even in the next version, it's going to be able to probably lift more. It's probably going to be able to move quicker. You see these robots that are in factories now that they have wheels, so it makes it easier for them to move. And then they have like a governor built into it, so it doesn't go too fast. Excuse me, I just burped. But that was like a really sad, it was a hiccup / burp, so it just sounded pathetic. But what I'm wondering is, let's be honest. Eventually, that's going to stop. Eventually, somebody's going to go, why? Why put restrictions on this shit? Next thing you know, you got a 6 foot, 7 foot tall robot going around with a portable pussy that can lift you up. I just had an image of it lifting me up and you're banging the robot, but it's in control. Like, oh my God, you are a beautiful humanoid robot lady, and you know how to take care of a fella, don't you? I don't know. It's interesting because they're saying it. This I mean, this is the best one in the world coming out soon in June. What are they going to be saying next year at this time and the year after that? Eventually, it's going to get to the point where it's just shit, shit, guys. We accidentally made one that is really strong, and it's going to take over the world. I got to be honest, and we mixed it with AI, so we're kind of fucked up.
Skynet has become self-aware.
Because yes, Skynet, we're just going down that Terminator road. Your clothes, give them to me now. Now we are going to bang, and then I'm going to take over the world. My name is Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I listen to the Half Uncensored. He's a crazy man. I think I had that right up into the end. I don't know. Does this kind of bug you a little bit, guys? You're listening to the details of these humanoid robots, and you're like, somebody's gonna fuck it up. Somebody's gonna fuck it up. It's one thing to have humanoid type robots in a factory doing the jobs that a lot of people don't want, but then you're taking away jobs from some people. And then eventually somebody's going to build one of these things for malicious intent. Here's what I'll tell you though. When it comes to the AI and in robotics, it really tells you what you need to be doing as a young adult is looking towards the trades. What are the trades that are the least likely to be taken over by this type of industry? We talk about roofing. I don't see that happening. I'm not going to put a fucking robot on top of my roof. Not doing that. I trust Roof Goat USA. That's what I trust. Or think about, oh geez, I just lost it. But just there's so many trades that this makes sense that it won't infiltrate. If it does, it's going to be very late in the game. So you guys need to be thinking about that. Plumbing is what I was thinking about. I would trust a human plumber versus a robotic plumber. So it's going to be one of those things where if you got young kids, really let them have some good consideration for the trades. There's a big hole in I think they call it the trade gap. There's a lot of industries that need people to work, and you're going to be making a butt ton of money. You're not going to have a hard time finding a gig as a auto mechanic, right? As a plumber. Those are high in demand. But if you go get a 4-year degree, good luck. Good luck. Because you just wasted some time and money. Anyway. There's a recent study that said moviegoers want more comedies, thrillers, and action. Thank you. Thank you. Who wants to sit through a fucking drama? My wife was watching it. I guess these dramas, at their core, they mean well. My wife was watching this mini series, mini thing. I think it was on Netflix or something about some kid that killed a classmate. Fucking terribly boring and sad and twisted. I'm like, why would anybody want to watch this? I get it. Fucked up. I'd rather enjoy life, enjoy a comedy, enjoy some sort of thriller that gets my heart racing. Woo, what's going to happen next? Or an action movie where things are blowing up and stuff. That's what I want to see. Fucking these people that are like, oh, let's sit down and watch, these terribly boring or terribly sad movies. I don't know. I don't trust you. Don't trust you. You're the same people that watch Dateline NBC and watch that guy that is just like, it seemed like a normal day, but it wasn't. Why? Because this beautiful day in spring turned out to be a beautiful day for murder. Right? Whoa, what the fuck? My wife watches those. Listen, let's be honest, guys. I don't sleep well. I have to sleep with one eye open. Because I don't know. There's a little glimmer of me that's just like, I don't trust her. I don't trust her. She listens. She listens. And that makes it funnier to me. Do you agree with that? Are you a person that would rather live in one of those three categories or all three of those categories? Comedy, thriller, action versus drama? I get the drama. I get it in a sense. But shit, man, life's so depressing as it is. I don't want to sit there and waste like 2 hours of going, fuck, life is sad. No, I want to see Will Ferrell doing dumb shit. I want to see Arnold Schwarzenegger, fighting. Your clothes, give them to me now. No, Arnold, not again. I'd rather watch those type of movies and porn instead of watching a drama, okay? A live alligator was found by police in a Michigan hotel room. What the fuck are you guys doing in Michigan with a alligator in the hotel room? It was a motel, sorry. It wasn't that classy. It was a motel room. We're just going to assume it was like a Super 8 or a Best Western, okay? Some guy went in there with an alligator smoking a cigarette. You ready to go, chompers? And he just left it. Poor alligator got used and abused. It was alive. Apparently it's alive and well. That's so weird. So weird. The amount of weirdness that if you work at a hotel or especially a motel, the amount of weird customers that you must see must be jaw-dropping. If any of you have ever worked at a motel or a hotel, please just send me a message. Like, stay anonymous if you want. Send me a message. Tell me some like weird experiences, run-ins that you had. I think that would be fascinating. DeHuffPodcast@gmail.com, or you can hit me up on my socials at DeHuffPodcast. I think that would be fascinating. I guess I've never really thought about it as a clerk. You always see that in the movies. Like, did you see this individual come through here? And the guy's smoking a cigarette, wearing a fuzzy pink hat, and he's like, I've seen a lot of crazy people come through here, but I've seen that bitch too. Right? It's got to be crazy. Yeah, a live alligator left behind in a Michigan motel room. When asked about why he was left, he said, I don't know. I just want to know if he's going to call me back. I'm implying that the man took it to the hotel room. Oh, no, I'm going to finish this. He took it to the whole hotel room or motel room and then had his way with it. Okay. I'm going to make boots out of you. Sex boots. Anyway. Yeah, I went there. I apologize. Oh, do I have to do the goat sound, guys? Can you guys make a goat sound for me? Okay, hopefully nobody's around. But if you're surrounded by people, just go fuck them. Fuck everybody else. Start making a goat sound right now. What does a goat sound like? Meh, 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 meh. Why are you making goat sounds, people? What's wrong with you? Why would you do that? You don't, just because I say to do something doesn't mean you do it. Hey, DeHuff said I should make these goat sounds. Well, that's why you're in HR right now. You were going through a sexual harassment orientation, and then you just all of a sudden, apparently because you're listening to your earbuds to DeHuff Uncensored, you started making goat sounds. Very inappropriate, Todd. Sorry. That's why we're making goat sounds, because when it comes to roof repairs, you need the goat. When it comes to fence repairs, you need the GOAT. Who's the GOAT? Roof Goat USA. They're all about making your experience repairing your roof or your fences top notch. They've been in business for 23 years. They understand the headaches that come with fixing a roof and fences. And they're all about making your experience super, super calming. Very, very good people over there. Whether it's a repair, replacement, insurance claims, Roof Goat USA's experienced professionals are committed to delivering reliable and durable solutions. They prioritize the safety and comfort of your family, ensuring that your home is well protected against the elements, which is really neat. For all your roofing and fencing needs, go ahead and contact the GOAT, Roof Goat USA. Text Eric 303 495 4630, 303 495 4630. He's extremely fast and he responds to your calls lickety splittity. That's a real word. Roof Goat USA, the leader in residential roofing applications. Their commitment to quality and excellence ensures that your home is protected with the best roofing solutions available. You got to trust them to deliver unmatched service and superior craftsmanship that stands the test of time. In fact, they guarantee their work, not just for a little bit, for 30 freaking years. 30-year coverage from install date. That's all materials and labor for 30 years from date of install. That's pretty dang cool. Okay, give them a text. Eric, 303 495 4630. 303 303 495 4630. Go ahead, experience the Roof Goat USA difference today. Again, I got a bunch of spit in my mouth. Sorry, guys. There, does that help? Does that help? No, it does not. You know what will help? Jumping into some sports.
Going deep, tight ends and long balls.
He starts to come and then he pulls out.
Oh, gross!
It's sports with the Huff.
There's things that you see from coaches that might rub you the wrong way, but there's things that you can see from coaches that are like, wow, I love this take. So I'm going through the CU Buffs press conferences because they started spring games, and you forget that they have a well-stacked coaching staff at the University of Colorado football team. Not only do they have Deion Sanders at the helm, they just brought in Byron Leftwich, okay? He's a former player, former coach in the NFL. Marshall Faulk is going to be helping out with running backs. Oh, yeah, he's kind of a big deal too. Warren Sapp, he's helping out on the defense. And speaking of Sapp, this is what stood out to me. He is so excited about where he's at in his career.
I'm addicted. I never thought I wanted this job. I never thought I wanted to be here the amount of hours I'm here. But oh my God, do I love it, and the babies react to it, and we're having fun. And trust me, I wake up every morning, drive over Table Mesa and look at the mountains, and I get my motivation, and it's magical to me every morning. I get to drive over that thing and come in and do what I do. So I'm enjoying it.
When you see his face talking about it, he is so excited. That's what you need. If I had a kid that was going to CU to play football, and I saw this clip of Warren Sapp talking about how much he's excited to be doing what he's doing, I'd feel so much more relief. I'd feel so comfortable. Be like, dude, you're in great hands. Now, there's going to be times where somebody like Sapp is going to be the guy that gets in your face and is, very aggressive. That's fine, because he has other individuals that are within his little realm of coaching that are kind of balance each other out. There's a lot of different personalities. But that is really cool to hear something from a legend like that. Warren Sapp's reaction to being asked how he feels about what he's doing now is exactly what I want to hear from a coach. Exactly what I want to hear. And the fact that he's talking about going over Table Mesa and he's just, that's his motivation, is the beauty of Colorado. If you're listening to this show and you're not in Colorado, you got to make your way out here at some point, and you go towards the foothills, right around Boulder, where these guys are. And it's just beautiful. Even where I'm at, I'm on the north side of Denver in Thornton. But when I'm on like 120th Avenue and I'm headed west, something that I kind of take for granted at times is the beautiful scenery. You look out there and there's the Rocky Mountains right in front of you. It's so gorgeous. And the fact that it only takes like maybe an hour to get to the mountains from where I'm at. I mean, that's really fucking neat. And this is becoming more of a destination spot. The fact that Deion Sanders is able to bring in these big name guys to help with the building up of these young men in this program, that's huge. As a parent, that's what you want. And to help sell it is the beauty of Colorado, which I love that Warren Sapp brought that up. Warren Sapp, who's probably been to so many different parts of this planet based on what he's accomplished, the money he's earned, and then he's sitting there going, I am in awe of the beauty of Colorado. That's cool to me. As a guy that grew up in Colorado, that's fucking cool. I love that. Very neat. And I'm excited to see what the CU Buffs do this year. There's going to be a lot of eyes on the CU Buffs because, like we talked about, Shador's out the door, Travis Hunter's out the door. They're gone. They're on to the bigger and better things. So it's going to be interesting to see what the Buffs do. I'm confident that they'll be successful. Are they going to be, in the college football playoffs? I don't think so. Don't think so. Speaking of the Buffs real quick and Shedeur Sanders, if you had to guess who's going to have the best long-term NFL career, who's going to be more impactful to a team by their presence, Shedeur Sanders or Travis Hunter? Which one do you think it is? Because as I sit here and think about it, I'm leaning towards Shedeur. As long as Shedeur can produce, we've seen what he can do on the field at Folsom Field and in college football in general. I think that he's the best bet to have more of a success, because I know it was really neat to see Travis Hunter play both sides of the ball in college. I don't know if that's going to translate to the NFL. I want it to. I do. I don't want to shit on him and say that, oh, he's going to be a disappointment. I think it would be great. I think he needs to lean on defense, and then they toss him in on offense every now and then. I don't think he's strong enough to be a top or a number 1, 2, or 3 receiver, at least not at first. And let's be honest, as a rookie, your head's going to be spinning. That's where I'm thinking lean on defense. Ultimately, Travis is going to do whatever the coaches tell him to do. Okay, you want me to only be defense this year? Okay, but I'm going to be fighting and chewing in your ear about becoming a part of the offense too. But I think it's especially for his rookie year, he needs to, well, at least the first, say, 6 games, just focus on defense. Wrap your brain around what we're asking you to do on a pro level on the defense. Then we'll start dicking around and possibly throwing you in on offense. And then if you start making a splash there, then you go. But when I stop and I look back, if I'm looking at it on paper, I'm saying Shedeur Sanders, as long as he goes to the right environment, I think he's going to make a bigger impact in his pro career than Travis Hunter. Don't know if I'm right. Don't know if I'm wrong. You might disagree. You can eat a bag of dicks. Oh, shit. I said it. Eat a bag of dicks. I said what I said. I don't want either of them to fail. I think it's fascinating to look ahead and speculate what the players are going to do in the NFL. There's going to be guys that crash and burn. I want to see. I really would like to see. I feel like there's some good running backs in this draft class. I'd like to see them make a big impact. Hopefully, the Denver Broncos can get their hands on one in the draft. Genty would be good. Boise State, yeah. Then that one white dude, he's a big boy. He has some power. I don't know if he'd fit with the Broncos, but you never know. So it's going to be fun. It's interesting. It's interesting and fun to look at what the Buffs are building, but obviously that doesn't matter who's coaching. Obviously the players got to go out there and execute. You can have the best teachers in the world. If the student doesn't want to listen, that's a problem. And you're not going to get shit. The student sucks. Student's lazy. Student is refusing to do the work. Doesn't matter who's slinging the knowledge at them. It's just falling on deaf ears. So, sure, the coaches will take the blame, but ultimately that's on the players. But by the way, Von Miller's rumored to be going to the Dallas Cowboys. Seeing that a lot this morning. Don't know if that's going to happen. I think that'd be a good fit for him. He's from Texas. Be his last run. I think that would be his last team before signing a one-day contract with the Denver Broncos. There you go. I know so many people got pissed off. They're still talking about it on TikTok about me. There's several people that see what I'm talking about, that Von Miller doesn't have as much gas in the tank as they think some people think. And it makes more sense. The only way Von Miller comes back to the Broncos is on a one-day contract, and that's just simply to retire. He's not worth putting on staff. You don't put him on staff just to be a cheerleader, unless he's as a coach. Then that makes sense, but not as a player. But if Von Miller goes to the Dallas Cowboys, I think that'd be a good fit. Why not? Why not? Then he could probably have some run-ins with DeMarcus Ware, his old teammate, who likes to hang around there. So good for Von. Hopefully he has another run in him. I would like him to be able to go back to a Super Bowl for all that he accomplished in Super Bowl 50, but if he's going to the Cowboys, let's just put that one to bed. That's not going to happen, because the Cowboys are trash. Isn't that right, Jerry? Hey, Jerry, where's Jerry? Somebody find Jerry. What's he doing? Oh, Jerry, what are you looking for?
I want me some glory hole.
You're not going to find the glory hole here, Jerry.
I want me some glory hole.
Okay, I get it. What did I just say? There's no glory holes around here.
There's a very low percentage of this that is smiles and glory holes. Very low percentage.
Okay. The fact that you're not going to win a Super Bowl. Okay, I guess that's what you're trying to say, Jerry. Jesus Christ, Jerry. Jerry Jones, you sick son of a bitch.
Right, as always.
Yeah, he is a twisted motherfucker. Well, I got to go to the zoo. That's going to be fun. And where was that? Oh, where was the sound? I lost the sound bite of biting somebody's dick off. Hopefully my dick doesn't get bit off by a stray animal. And listen, guys, again, why am I still talking about escaping animals from the zoo? If I come face to face with a tiger, I'm not running. I don't want to get clawed down from the back. I'm going to try to ride it. Listen, I rode a bull once when I was 18 years old. I paid $18 at a little farm up the road. Okay. Signed a waiver. It was $10. Signed my life away. Hopped on that bull. All right, boys, let's go. Go. Pop that chute. I lasted a whole maybe 2 seconds. I did. So I don't fear a Bengal tiger or a gorilla. I just imagine I'm thinking I'm tough as nails. And I'm like, bring it on, gorilla. Whee! And I jump at it, and then it just tosses me around. Like that one scene from one of the Avenger movies where Hulk is like smashing, what's his name? That's funny. The God of Mischief, whatever his fucking name is. I can't remember. But anyway, thank you guys so much for listening to the show. Hopefully you smiled a little bit. I'm going to put this together, post it, and then we're off to the zoo, have some fun, get the kids some ice cream, and dodge some loose animals. I don't know. We'll see. I'll do a video if it happens. Or I'm on the scene. There's a tiger coming after me. I'm going to go find it real quick. This ended badly. Anyway, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you click on the like link as well. Thanks to Roofcoat USA. You guys are amazing. Roofcoat USA for all your fencing and roofing needs. Also, big thanks to Bet Online. Go check them out at betonline.ag. You guys are amazing. Have a wonderful day. Let's continue to move forward. I'll talk to you next time.